First impressions are very important for a company when it comes to a consumer buying a product. Now, one company that particularly does a great job at first impressions when you buy a product is Apple. Not to sound like a fanboy or anything, but Apple does a wonderful job at really making a person's experience of buying an Apple product a great experience. Apple's packaging is, I don't have any packages sitting around here, I wish I did, but to show you, but you probably have seen unboxings, or you yourself have an Apple product that you have unboxed at one point or another. And so you know what I'm talking about when I say that Apple packaging is very neat, it's very professional, and very elegant. Everything is white, everything is wrapped up real conservatively, packaged very conservatively. They do not waste space in their boxes, and everything is just very elegant and precise when it comes to Apple packaging. And then also it goes down to the instruction manual. Their instruction manuals, you get the little tab to pull it out, and everything in the instruction manual is very laid out, very simple, very easy to follow, and it makes the overall first impressions of the device. You haven't even maybe looked at the device yet, but everything else makes you seem that the device is going to be great. Since everything else was great, the device is going to be great. So that's why first impressions for a product are very important. Now, I recently purchased a Bluetooth keyboard by A-Case. A-Case is a somewhat popular case manufacturing company, and I didn't know they made Bluetooth keyboards until I saw it on Amazon. This is the A-Case Bluetooth keyboard here. It's actually a Bluetooth keyboard stand. A-Case makes a lot of Bluetooth keyboard cases where they're designed specifically for one product. So like an iPad, you have to slide the iPad into a case, and then when you open it up, there's a keyboard. This is actually a unique product because it has a bevel here, and so basically you set this down, and then you can put any tablet really inside of this bevel, as long as it's thin enough to fit inside the bevel. Right now I'm using an HP touchpad in here, and it fits in nicely in there, and this touchpad even has a case on it, so you don't have to, you can use your own custom case for this keyboard. But that's enough about the product. I did an unboxing on my channel, so you go check that out, and I will be posting a review of this shortly. However, I was expecting a lot out of this keyboard, and it is a very nice keyboard, I must say. Not to make this video a review, I really like this keyboard. The keyboard works great. It's a great quality keyboard, and there's nothing really wrong with the keyboard other than a few minor things. However, my first impressions of the product were completely shot down as soon as I took a look at the instruction manual. And also some of the packaging was a little bit, if you watch my unboxing, I had a little bit of trouble finding some components because some of the wording on the box misled me to believe that, for example, there was a power cord in the box. Some of the wording on the box misled me to believe that there was a power cord in the box. However, there was no power cord, so I thought I was missing a cable when I really wasn't. And so that's where first impressions are very important. In this particular case, the user manual really shot down my first impressions of the product, which ended up being great. The product is great. However, the user manual, not so great. The reason is it's not that it's not helpful. The user manual was very helpful to me. However, whoever wrote it, I don't think spoke a bit of English. They probably wrote it in their own language and typed it into Google Translate. There's so many grammar issues, maybe a couple spelling issues. There's a lot actually of capitalization issues where if it references the iPad, it won't capitalize the P in iPad, so it'll just be all lowercase. There's also some capitalization inconsistencies where if it references a switch or a key on the keyboard, In some places of the manual, it'll capitalize that key, and in other places, it will leave it uncapitalized. So there's a lot of inconsistencies and grammar issues in this manual, which really disappointed me because it seems like that should be something very easily, or very easy. Man, this manual is really getting to me. That grammar should be the fairly easy part of writing a manual. I would think that it's more of the unwordiness, the ability to write a useful manual without getting too wordy, so that people can understand it, so that it's as helpful as possible. That, to me, would seem like the harder part of writing a manual. However, for a case, it was obviously the grammar that got them. Let me just give you a few examples of what I am talking about. Some of the wording in here is not, it's maybe grammatically correct, maybe not grammatically correct, however, it's not how we would talk. It's just difficult to follow sometimes. This is one of the paragraphs explaining, before it actually explains how to set up the keyboard to work on an iPad. And it says, note, when you switch on the keyboard, the power light and Bluetooth light will turn on in approximately 3 seconds. At this time, the keyboard is not yet connected with the tablet PC. The two lights will stay lit for approximately 5 seconds, after which they will turn off, signaling, spelling issue there, the keyboard is ready to connect or ready for pairing. Once the keyboard has connected to the tablet PC, the power light will come on and stay lit until the keyboard is turned off. Now that paragraph was not terribly bad. So there was a little bit of wordiness in there, and one spelling mistake that I caught. So, not bad. However, there is one paragraph. Really, the grammar mistakes are spread across this. But there's one paragraph that they completely butchered, and I do not understand what was going inside the writer's mind when they came up with this. It's on the last page of the booklet, after all of the SEC regulations, and I really don't know how this could have got into the box. Someone must be getting fired for this. This is what it says. Important tip, and they didn't even get that far without making a mistake. There's some spaces. There's a space in between the T and the I and the P, and the P and the colon. It's like, I don't know. It's so weird. Okay, so important tip. After your keyboard connected with tablet PC, if you have 15 minutes not use it, then it will enter into dormant state, and at this moment the light of keyboard power crush out. If appear dormant state phenomenon, please don't think your keyboard is broken. You just press the key and wait 3 seconds, your keyboard will put right. Huh? What? I don't know how this gets into a user manual. That, when I first read that, I was just kind of like, how does someone do that? Like, seriously, how do you get to work at a company and write a user manual like that? They even spelled please wrong. P-L-S, they spelled it. There's no vowels in there. You need a vowel in a word. If appear dormant state phenomenon. Oh! My touchpad is in a dormant state. Oh my god, this is such a phenomenon. Oh, I can't even begin to describe this. This is horrible. Excuse me. How? Can someone just please tell me how this happens? How do you do this? How does anyone do this? How do you publish a user manual that says, if appear dormant state phenomenon, please don't think your keyboard is broken. You just press the key and wait 3 seconds, your keyboard will put right. How do you put that into a user manual? Anyways, please do not let this video affect your decision to ever buy an 8-case Bluetooth keyboard stand. Because, like I said, the product is wonderful. It's just such a shame that they have to have such a cruddy user manual. Not in terms of the helpfulness. The user manual is very helpful. I referenced it, basically, every section of this I referenced, except all the legalities. I wanted some of the tech specs, so I referenced it there. I wanted to know how to charge it, I referenced it there. It wasn't working, I referenced the troubleshooting. I referenced it while I was pairing it for the first time. So, very useful user manual. I just don't understand how you can publish something like this with all of these mistakes. Someone was not wearing their glasses or was using Google Translate a little too much. Tell me what you guys do think in the comments, and if you have ever received a product similar to this, that you have read the user manual or even on the box, and you've been appalled by the number of mistakes that you caught in a publication, even online on a professional weblog. Sometimes you see on even newspapers, magazines, and online blogs, some of the even more popular ones like Engadget. Sometimes you do catch a lot of grammar errors that you think, well, I should be an editor at that site. You know, it's sometimes amazing what you can find. And, you know, I do give credit to writers because I used to write for a lot of websites myself, and I actually write for a magazine now, freelance. So I do know that there are a lot of times things that you write, and no matter how many times you read it over, you'll never catch it because it's your own work, and you're not going to catch it unless you let someone else read it. But I just don't... This shouldn't happen. There's no excuse for this. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Remember to thumbs up the video and subscribe for more technology videos. We do unboxings, we do reviews, we do app reviews a lot of times, and anything you guys want, we can do. I'm open for suggestions. And, oh, I did a giveaway. And the winners for that giveaway were announced. They were announced in a channel comment. I was trying to post a bulletin, but that went away. I don't know how to post a bulletin now because YouTube changed their channel layout. I did something. It was either a channel comment or something like that. So if you didn't see it, just go to my channel. It should be somewhere there. But the list of all the winners was there. And I already contacted all the winners through a private message. So thank you guys for entering the giveaway. It was a very successful giveaway, great giveaway. And we're going to be having a lot more giveaways, actually, to continue the Ultimate Converting Challenge. And we also have the Ultimate Search Engine Challenge and the Ultimate Syncing Challenge coming up. Ultimate Search Engine Challenge, obviously, and talk about the different search engines, pros and cons of each, and which one I would recommend personally. And then we go into the Ultimate Syncing Challenge, which is how exactly to keep all of your mobile devices and even your computers in sync when it comes to documents, media, like your music, which is an important one when it comes to iPod and iPad. Music, sometimes syncing can be horrible. And then we also look at iTunes alternatives that you can use for syncing your devices. So remember to subscribe for all of that goodness. We got a lot of content coming up, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.